Here's your wrestling news for October 9th, 2025. Your headlines for today include AEW collision turns tragic, Kota Ibushi hospitalized after scary moment, Tony Khan speaks out. WWE reportedly making internal changes amid #FireTripleH backlash. After months away, Tony D'Angelo's official NXT return date revealed. Santos Escobar re-signs with WWE after contract expiration. Mysterious masked photo sparks speculation. Major change made to TNA Bound for Glory title match, updated card revealed. AEW reportedly stiffed by Texas following poor All-In attendance. Kofi Kingston's WWE future, and more. AEW's October 11th taping of Collision at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida took a sudden and serious turn when Kota Ibushi was stretchered out after suffering a hard fall during his singles match with Josh Alexander. According to a new report from PWInsider.com, Kota Ibushi may have suffered a broken femur during his match at the AEW Collision taping. The report notes that Ibushi lost his footing on the top turnbuckle and fell hard to the floor, with his leg visibly buckling on impact, a moment that immediately prompted ringside officials and medical staff to rush to his aid. Medical staff rushed to his aid as the crowd fell silent, watching anxiously while doctors evaluated his condition. After several tense minutes, Ibushi was carefully placed on a stretcher and taken away from ringside. Shortly after, new footage surfaced online showing EMTs transporting Ibushi through the backstage area and into an ambulance outside the arena. As of this writing, AEW has not issued an official statement regarding Ibushi's condition. With the ambulance footage currently circulating widely on social media, fans are expressing deep concern and hoping for positive news in the days ahead. Immediately following the incident, the arena lights dimmed and AEW President Tony Khan personally came out to address the live audience. Khan paused the show to thank the fans for their patience and composure during the medical delay, acknowledging the emotional weight of the situation. Most challenging sport of all. When it comes to injuries, the hardest hitting sport of all is professional wrestling. Thank you for being so respectful, and let's give it up for Kota Ibushi. Thank you. The crowd responded with loud applause, chanting Ibushi's name as a show of support. The event eventually resumed, with Kenny Omega attacking Josh Alexander after the bell, but even amid the chaos, the atmosphere remained subdued. The focus was still on Ibushi's well-being. Khan's impromptu appearance offered a rare moment of transparency from AEW's top executive, highlighting the unpredictable and dangerous nature of professional wrestling and reminding everyone just how quickly a scripted performance can turn into a real-life emergency. As of this moment, there's no further update on Kota Ibushi's medical status, but we'll keep you posted as soon as more information becomes available. WWE is reportedly making behind-the-scenes creative adjustments to SmackDown, and while the company hasn't publicly connected the move to fan backlash, the timing comes just days after the #FireTripleH dominated social media. According to a new report from Bodyslam.net, WWE is implementing internal creative changes aimed at improving the overall quality of Friday Night SmackDown. Veteran producer Road Dogg is expected to remain in his role as lead writer, but additional members are brought onto the team to help refine the show's structure and presentation going forward. The update follows heavy criticism of last week's SmackDown broadcast, which was panned by fans for its uneven pacing, flat promos, and lack of engaging story progression. The episode also saw a significant drop in viewership, falling to 1.030 million, down from 1.238 million the previous week. That decline fueled growing frustration online, much of it directed toward Triple H, who oversees WWE's creative direction. The situation reached a boiling point as the #FireTripleH trended for nearly 28 hours, with fans accusing the game of allowing WWE's storytelling to become creatively stagnant. Complaints centered around overexposed talent, drawn-out segments, and inconsistent narratives across brands. While WWE hasn't directly acknowledged the outrage, the timing of these creative tweaks suggests that fan sentiment may have at least accelerated the decision to reassess SmackDown's approach heading into the final stretch of 2025. Do you believe the #FireTripleH backlash actually influenced WWE's choice to revamp SmackDown's creative direction? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Tony D'Angelo is officially back in business. After spending months away from NXT television, the dawn of NXT is returning to action, now advertised for an upcoming NXT live event on October 10th in Detroit, Michigan, marking his first public appearance since late July. NXT is set to hit the road following its recent crossover with TNA, with 3 live shows lined up next week. Among the names confirmed for the Detroit stop is Tony D'Angelo, signaling his first match-related booking since the July 29th episode of NXT on the CW. That episode ended with a mysterious moment. D'Angelo was shown in a restaurant vignette before being approached by an unknown figure. The screen abruptly cut to black, and he disappeared from television entirely, leaving fans wondering about his future. Initial speculation suggested that D'Angelo might have been sidelined with an injury or preparing for a main roster call-up. However, later reports clarified that he had simply requested personal time off, ending weeks of uncertainty about his status. Now, with his name officially back on the NXT live circuit, D'Angelo's return adds fresh intrigue to the brand's ongoing storylines. Whether this marks a full-time NXT comeback or a tease for a main roster debut, one thing is certain: the Don is ready to make his presence felt again. Do you think Tony D'Angelo's upcoming appearance is setting up his NXT return, or could this be the start of his main roster run? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Santos Escobar's WWE contract expired at midnight on October 6, 2025, and his profile was promptly moved to the alumni section of WWE.com. The move, combined with his social media post captioned "Pa'lante," Spanish for onward, suggested his exit from the company was complete. But just 2 days later, everything changed. According to PW Insider, Escobar and WWE have reached a new agreement, finalizing his return to the company. The report notes that the deal came together after WWE addressed Escobar's creative concerns and presented him with a significantly higher financial offer than any of their previous proposals. This development completely flips what many within the industry believed was settled. Escobar's departure had been expected internally for weeks, and speculation about a potential move to AEW was already in full swing. Instead, the Mexican star has chosen to remain exactly where he's been since first signing with WWE in 2019. With his new deal in place and creative adjustments reportedly made, Escobar's WWE journey now enters its next chapter. What appeared to be a clean break has instead become one of the most dramatic contract turnarounds in recent memory, proof that, in professional wrestling, nothing is official until the ink dries. Adding to the intrigue, just as word of his re-signing broke, Escobar posted a masked photo of himself on social media, one that closely resembled his original look from his early WWE days. The timing of the post raised immediate questions about whether he's planning to reintroduce his masked persona or hinting at a creative transformation under his renewed deal. While WWE hasn't confirmed any changes to his presentation, the post has fueled speculation that a refreshed version of Santos Escobar could be on the horizon. Escobar has not competed since his May 2nd loss to Rey Fenix on SmackDown, with his last appearance coming at the AAA x WWE Worlds Collide event in June. For now, there's no word on when he'll return to television or which version of himself fans will see when he does. Matt and Jeff Hardy scored a monumental victory on WWE NXT Showdown, defeating Dark State to capture the NXT Tag Team Championships. The win marked another historic milestone in the Hardys' legendary career, but the celebration was short-lived as the stakes for their next match have just been raised to an entirely new level. Shortly after the episode aired, TNA Wrestling took to social media to confirm that the Hardys' upcoming clash with Team 3D at Bound for Glory will now be a double title match, with both the TNA and NXT Tag Team Championships officially on the line. From ladder wars to table matches, the Hardys and the Dudleys have defined an era, and now they're set to collide one last time in a match fittingly billed as One Final Table. Do you think the Hardys can defy the odds and walk out with both sets of tag titles, or will Team 3D deliver one final shock at Bound for Glory? Share your predictions in the comments below. It looks like the New Day will be staying together for years to come because both Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are officially locked in with WWE. According to a new report from Fightful Select, Kofi Kingston quietly re-signed with WWE earlier this year. While the company has yet to make an official announcement, internal sources believe Kingston's new deal is a 5-year contract, keeping the former WWE champion on the roster through 2030. The update arrives just days after reports confirmed that Xavier Woods also renewed his WWE contract. Woods' previous deal was set to expire in September 2025, but both sides reached a last-minute multi-year agreement before it could lapse. His extension ensures that the New Day's presence remains strong across WWE programming. As for Big E, his in-ring future still remains uncertain due to the neck injury that's kept him sidelined for over 2 years. However, securing long-term deals for both Kingston and Woods is a clear indication that WWE remains committed to keeping the New Day brand alive, whether as an active tag team or through new roles across television, merchandise, and fan engagement. With Kingston and Woods both under contract well into the next era, WWE is making sure that one of its most successful and beloved factions remains a part of the company's foundation for years to come. 2025 has been a standout year for Lyra Valkyria, featuring memorable matches against top names like Becky Lynch, and it appears WWE has no plans to slow her momentum as the company moves into 2026. According to a new report from Bodyslam.net, WWE officials view Valkyria as a major long-term player within the women's division. The report notes, sources indicate that there are big plans expected for Lyra Valkyria heading into 2026. Valkyria is viewed as a big piece in the women's division for the future. That future is already beginning to take shape on Monday Night Raw, where Valkyria has been featured prominently in a fast-developing storyline alongside Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez. Her ongoing feud with Bayley has added fresh energy to the division, giving fans a compelling new dynamic while showcasing Valkyria's range as both a performer and a character. Behind the scenes, WWE executives, especially William Regal, reportedly see Valkyria as one of the stars capable of carrying the women's division into the next era, a performer with the in-ring credibility, charisma, and fan connection needed to fill the gap once current main eventers transition into part-time roles. As 2026 approaches, the focus is clear. WWE is building around Lyra Valkyria as a key pillar of its women's division. Whether she continues going after the Intercontinental title or sets her sights on World Championship gold next, her place at the top of WWE's future plans is already secure. Do you think Lyra Valkyria is the one to lead WWE's women's division into the next era? Share your thoughts in the comments below. AEW's All In at Globe Life Field was billed as one of the promotion's biggest events of the year, but while the show delivered inside the ring, it didn't quite meet expectations at the box office. And now that shortfall is costing the company a significant payout from the state of Texas. According to a report from WrestleNomics, AEW was initially pre-approved to receive $1 million in funding through the Texas Event Trust Fund, a state-run reimbursement program designed to support major live events. That estimate was based on a projected attendance of 33,490, including 32,500 paid fans. But once the final numbers came in, reality told a different story. The official turnstile count for All In was just 21,973 tickets scanned, with a total head count of 23,759, a figure that includes suite guests, staff, and production personnel. As a result, the state recalculated its funding contribution, ultimately cutting AEW's payout by nearly a third. Arlington City Manager Trey Yelverton confirmed the reduced reimbursement, reflecting the discrepancy between projections and actual attendance. That $300,000 shortfall serves as more than just a financial setback, it's a reputational one too. AEW President Tony Khan had publicly touted the event as drawing nearly 29,000 fans and generating close to $3 million at the gate. Meanwhile, independent wrestling tracking site WrestleTix estimated around 27,245 distributed tickets, a number that's still higher than what the state's final report documented. Adding to the situation, several larger plans for AEW All In weekend never came to fruition. AEW reportedly pitched additional events, including crossover shows with NJPW and CMLL, along with a concert featuring Fozzy and Swerve Strickland, but none of those partnerships materialized. Their absence may have weakened AEW's justification for the original $1 million funding estimate. With Texas slashing its reimbursement and AEW falling short of projections, the outcome raises important questions about the company's approach to state-funded events and large-scale market expansions. AEW Dynamite has sparked unexpected controversy in recent weeks, not because of what happened in the ring, but because of what aired during commercial breaks. Fans were quick to notice U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, recruitment ads during both the October 1st and October 7th, 2025 episodes of Dynamite. The backlash didn't stop online though, it made its way into the arena. During the October 7th broadcast, one fan brought a massive green sign reading "ICE fears Hangman," a clear jab at the ongoing situation. But the message didn't last long. In full view of the crowd, security stepped in mid-show and confiscated the sign. Footage of the moment, uploaded to Reddit by user PuzzledAd7334, shows security approaching the fan and removing the sign as he throws his arms up in frustration. The clip quickly spread across social media, sparking debates over censorship, fan expression, and AEW's corporate boundaries when it comes to network sponsors. The controversy first ignited after Hangman Adam Page publicly addressed the issue. On October 1st, Paige took to Blue Sky to respond to the ICE ads, not just voicing frustration, but actively encouraging others to take action. Despite Paige's post and the fan outcry online, ICE ads continued to air during the following week's Dynamite on October 7th. The persistence of the campaign, combined with the in-arena sign removal, has only fueled discussion about how much say AEW has over advertising content aired during its broadcasts. Was AEW right to have security take down the Ice Sphere's Hangman sign, or should fans be allowed to express themselves freely during shows? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're closing things out with AEW, and this update comes with a major spoiler, so if you want to avoid it, skip ahead the next 40 seconds. Mark Davis is officially back. After suffering a broken wrist during Aussie Open's hard-hitting tag team title match against FTR at AEW Wrestle Dream, the Australian powerhouse made his surprise return during the October 8th Collision taping, which airs on October 11th. Davis has been sidelined since October 2023, when he confirmed on social media that he had snapped his wrist in that very match, an injury that kept him out of action for almost a full year. Now his comeback marks the long-awaited reunion of Aussie Open as he rejoins partner Kyle Fletcher just as AEW continues to ramp up its cross-promotional rivalries across brands. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.